Before he could even complete the expletive, the zoo came alive in reaction to the attack from the team's rearguard. Suddenly, with a roar he recognized as coming from one of the albino gorillas, the jungle erupted. Foxtrot was almost instantly surrounded, and they circled their leader, one of the idiots who controlled a heavy combat mech and used it to provide a limited area of defense ground together with the other 2 mechs in their team. Taylor realized then why they'd been so damn sure of themselves. God help them. Dawson, take 2 and hold the rear until Foxtrot can regroup. Taylor commanded and opened fire on the monsters that now surged toward the hole in their defenses. There was no time to question the orders, and certainly no time to wonder if they shouldn't simply leave the mercs behind for being dumbasses. Dawson was quick to respond and hastily pinged 2 men from the Gamma Group, whom he led to where Foxtrot had moved out of the defensive line. It wouldn't be enough, but it would buy them a little time at least. Taylor unhooked 2 grenades from his belt and slipped the first into the launcher under the barrel of his rifle. He delivered them in quick succession into the swarm of beasts that attempted to overwhelm the temporarily weakened human resistance. What the? Where do these locusts come from? Dawson demanded. I never heard them fly in. Nope, they're jumping from the trees, Taylor confirmed. He'd been in the zoo enough times to know that they could easily fly above and below the canopy and could glide fairly efficiently for short distances when things were heavily overgrown. They could also scuttle and leap at incredible speeds on the ground, but this was the first time he'd ever seen them attack from a stationary position in the trees. Despite the heat of battle, it was still interesting to watch. There had been almost no movement from the canopy until Foxtrot broke formation, and now the bugs launched their ambush from the higher position. It meant they had hugged the trees and were still high enough to not be seen in the motion sensors. Now that was some terrifying shit. There had to be hundreds of them pressed up against the tree trunks all around them that had simply waited for some kind of signal for them to attack. They clearly made up most of the numbers of the assault, but certainly weren't the only ones. "Do we have any way to clear to Foxtrot?" asked Alpha Leader. The entire team had formed up into defensive positions when they were attacked from all sides. Alpha Squad was made up mostly of the higher-ranking officers of the group, and they were armored almost exclusively in heavy mech suits. They were already hunkered down to provide secure positions for the teams around them to make use of their enhanced abilities as well as provide covering fire.